Hey everybody, so it's time for us to do another collective tarot reading, and this week I actually have a special edition just for y'all because y'all are so supportive and y'all always rocking with me. So the special edition is we're gonna have 2 extra cards read for the 12th house, one for dream interpretation and one for a past life message. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. The first house, as you know, is all about you as an individual. And also, it really seems very action oriented this week because a lot of people, I don't know, I think they just feel like unsure of themselves and like where they're headed in life right now. So the first house, we have the Six of Swords, right? So a lot of people are moving on from something, like probably from like a situation that they considered. Hey Denisha, hold on. People are moving on from a situation that they consider to be like kind of dangerous or kind of just like a bad use of their time. So for the people who just got here, the first card for the first house is the Six of Swords. So like I was saying, a lot of people, y'all are moving on from a situation that kind of made you deny yourself a little bit. Like I know I'm always talking about self-neglect, but yeah, a lot of people have been struggling with that. So a lot of y'all are overcoming that. That's the message that I got for the first house. The second house is looking a little bit crazy. So the second house is usually about finances, your financial well-being, but we got the Tower card. So I kind of feel like a lot of people is like gonna hit a bump in the road this month. You know, where you thought there may have been like a lot of stability, not this month, this week or whatever, however long you want the message to apply for. But it's kind of saying that, you know, people are going to be struggling a little bit with their finances, or they may hit, like I said, a bump in the road that just has everything possibly like coming crashing down. Maybe the foundation that they had established for themselves is kind of just like a little bit shaky. So everybody, make sure y'all keep y'all money tight. You know, don't go splurging, don't go overspending. If you're investing in yourself, okay, fine. You know, if there's a long-term payout in the end, fine. But like, use your resources wisely this week, because the Tower card is saying that, you know, there's some conflict and some danger ahead, and you don't want to play yourself by like overspending or like going above budget, and then you the one who has to fix it in the end, or like work twice as hard to get your money back. So just be real careful with your money decisions this week. Third house though, it really does seem to go hand in hand with everything else we just already picked up on, because for the third house we have the Daughter of Wands. So this is the same as the Page of Wands in other decks. So a lot of y'all are in the process of like getting your thoughts together, especially for some entrepreneurial pursuit. But keep in mind, the Daughter of Wands, like you're in the beginning stages of whatever you're trying to do. Like, yeah, it looks pretty, you know, on paper, or yeah, you know, you may have like everything set up, but you know, don't get overzealous as if you're like a mastermind and that you got every single detail planned out and that you know what to do at a specific time if things go wrong. Like keep in mind, you know, like I just said, like the second house, we got the the Tower card. So it's like a risky time. And you know, back to the first house, we got the Six of Swords. So people is moving on from something that they used to be doing, possibly picking up a new craft or something like that, so that you know, this can be like a new direction that they're heading in, you know, with their craft. But really it's saying, you know, stay humble, stay modest, don't switch up anything too much this week, because while the potential is there, the creativity is there, it's not really saying that you have like a solid understanding of everything yet. All the powers at play. So just play it safe, play it cool, don't do too much. Fourth house looks really good. So the fourth house is usually about your home life, and we got the Fool card here. So I always love this card because it talks about new opportunities, new beginnings. I feel like the Fool card was there last week too when we did the 12 house reading. But anyway though, I really love the Fool card for y'all. I love this deck too, because look at her. She got her mojo bag, and she's also holding a white flower, which to me represents like fresh opportunities and stuff like that. And then she's kind of just like nude, so she's like bearing her soul, but then you see like the city behind her. Like she has like a whole new reality in front of her, but she's like not afraid to go for it. So I really like that card for y'all. The fifth house, you know, this is dating, romance. For anybody who don't have a love life, it's your creativity. And you guys got the Wheel of Fortune, which I really love. So for that, I kind of feel like it's just saying keep going. You know, any plans you may have had for your love life, any plans you may have had for dating, romance, trying to spice up, you know, your marriage or whatever you're dealing with, it's telling you to keep going. Good things lie ahead. So, you know, whatever you was about to do, just keep doing it, and don't psych yourself out. Also, I love the Wheel of Fortune card because it does have a lot of fixed energy. And, you know, every time I see that, it's always like something that you can maintain your stamina with. You need that dating card. Yeah, it's something that you can maintain your stamina with over a long period of time. So I really love it. Don't give up on yourself. Keep hope alive. Keep pushing. That's the message for the fifth house. The sixth house is what you're going to be doing literally every single day. Like things that are really easy for you to stay dedicated to, stay diligent with. And we got the Temperance card for some people, I feel like literally like this could be about drinking or overconsumption, right? Like we do live in a very consumer-based society. I feel like the Temperance card is saying that a lot of y'all are gonna slow down with what you're consuming. I think we're in Lent season 2, right? So some people giving up certain foods, some people literally giving up drinks, sodas, whatever. But the message that I'm getting from this card here, it really does, so it's really about like liquids, like things liquids you're putting into your body. So it's also health related too. That's crazy. It could literally just be like drink more water. Like I know you see her like pouring the cups back and forth. So I kind of feel like that's the message too. So stay on top of things when it comes to your diet and like liquids that you're consuming. Yeah, somebody said, oh yeah, y'all said I gotta slow down on the sugar. Yeah, if you're drinking a lot of soda, caffeine, hot chocolate, whatever it is, slow it down. Or just, you know, make sure you put more liquids into your diet. You know, like something I've been doing that a lot of y'all kept on telling me to do is put chlorophyll in my drinks, and it's helping me actually to control my appetite as well as cleanse, as well as lose weight. So get into it, y'all. All right, 7th house looks crazy. So the 7th house is usually, you know, your long-term partnerships and commitments. The moon card here is saying a lot of people are struggling to get over their self-doubts. A lot of people are struggling to just kind of like feel like they're worth it when dealing with other people. A really cool message is coming up for the rest of the reading too, so y'all stay here. But the moon card, right? So you see this girl, she got her 2 dogs with her, and there's like a lobster coming out of the water. Sorry, it's right there. So I kind of feel like the message with this one is saying like, you know, paths will be cleared for you. You just have to kind of like trust in the bigger vision, right? And then you see the full moon in the night sky. To me, that's like illuminating the darkness. No, you don't know everything. I mean, like, how can you? But when you're dealing with other people, that's another thing too. I kind of feel like this card is also saying like, try to relinquish, you know, trying to be too controlling in dynamics between like you and other people. So let's say you're in a relationship, or let's say you just have some really difficult colleagues or clients or co-workers or whoever, anybody who you have to interact with all the time. This could, like, the moon card is about motherhood too, so this could be parents with difficult children. It's like, no, you don't know everything, but yeah, like it feels like a really dark time in your life. However, your intuition, right, your inner compass is going to be what guides you to get you through this difficult challenge. So don't doubt yourself, just believe in the big picture, because it's only going to work out if you keep at it. Hey y'all, yeah, it's good for your skin. You told yourself it's time you start this diet. Yeah, Denisha, start that diet, girl. You know, spring is right here. Yo, March 20th, okay? It's 20 days from now. That's the spring equinox. It's about to start getting hot. I don't care if it's still COVID. Like, it's about to start getting warm. And so, you know, if you got those little thought outfits that you didn't get to wear last year because of everything shutting down, like, it's time for you to bring out those warm spring outfits or summer outfits or whatever. So if you know that whatever size you was last year, you need to get back there, just do it. All right, 8th house, somebody need this message because it really resonates hard. I think the moon already went into Libra though. Yeah. I know the full moon was in Virgo, but I think the moon may have already shifted into Libra. But I didn't check my moon app before I got up on here on this live, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, the moon I think tonight is going into Libra. Anyways, so the 8th house, 8th house is usually like major transformations that you're going through, and to me it seems like a really difficult spiritual battle that a lot of people are going through, because you got the 8 of Swords. So this woman, I feel like it's the same girl. A lot of these cards, the girl is wearing a red dress. So remember the Daughter of Wands? You see that? I mean, the hair is different, but the gown is still the same color. So I kind of feel like this is in relation to that, like where we are struggling to plan out our thoughts long term. It's because we don't have the full picture yet, because we're still in like learning mode, student mode. And so I kind of feel like the deep spiritual transformational message, do not throw that at me. Y'all, Lulu just came in here. She about to start acting up. The 8 of Swords is here. So she's blindfolded, she's tied up, and she has barbed wire around her. I don't know if y'all can see it. And then she has all these swords, kind of like she has herself in her own prison. So yeah, she really doesn't believe in herself, or he, and she just feels blinded. Like she feels like she's the only person who she could trust to get herself out of this craziness. So if that's the 8th house theme for y'all, I kind of feel like it's saying like, you, first of all, you have to not be afraid, right? Or not feel so confined. Yeah, you can't see the whole big picture, just like what was kind of going on in the 7th house. No, you cannot see everything, and you kind of like, you know, you don't have your arms, you don't have your legs. But what are you going to do to get yourself out of this, you know, mental prison that you're in right now? Clearly there's a way out. You know what I'm saying? Because if there wasn't, like, why would this card be in the deck if there wasn't a way out? You feel me? This is just a temporary situation too. So a lot of people, you could be relapsing into like some really bad anxiety or depression, or kind of just like your nerves is just bad. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the situation that you're in, I think the next card is really going to resonate really hard for y'all. But yeah, you have to understand, like, this is a really serious situation that you may have got yourself there, or just a lack of awareness kind of put you here. But the 9th house, I feel like, has a message for how to get out of that. So the 9th house, this is your plans for the future. This is where you kind of see yourself going. And I feel like a lot of y'all feel alone. So the Hermit card is here, which I really love. It's like you feel like it's up to you to get yourself out of like difficult situations that you got yourself in, but you also don't have to do everything alone. The Hermit card is another card that really stresses teaching and enlightenment and learning. So I kind of feel like it's saying, like, because it's reversed, don't keep planning to do shit by yourself in the future. Also, don't be so naive that you take on like a spiritual lesson, learning from someone who's, like a false prophet or something like that. Make sure you do everything you can to not go into a situation blind or desperate. Like, this girl is in a very desperate situation. Don't go into situations feeling blind or desperate, because when it's time for you to trust someone for leadership, for spiritual guidance, you're gonna get taken advantage of, and you're gonna feel like, oh, I can't trust nobody, I have to do it by myself. So what's up, Rodarte? Yo, okay, first of all, I need to stop because I met Rodarte at boot camp in the Navy. So we got a vet in here in the building. So shout out to all my sailors out there. But I'm happy it's resonated. I'm always shocked when the guys come through, especially the military people, and they be really feeling what I have to say. But yeah, so the 9th house, this is all about trusting other people to help you see the light. Literally, the light. What was I about to say? And also Don't be so blind and desperate that you're just fiending for someone to help you out, that you just grab it for the first thing that comes to you. Like, feel confident enough to screen people, to vet them, to see if they actually have experience getting you out of fucked up situations like this. Like, you need a teacher who you can rely on, and you cannot do it by yourself. So don't be stupid either. Like, seek out someone who has the expertise that you need to get you to where you're trying to go. Aside from that, though, the 10th house, this is about career. So I kind of feel really good about career for a lot of people, because you got the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is kind of telling me that, like, you feel like you know what you're worth, but it's just a matter of balancing out, you know, what do I give in order to get something back? Like, you kind of playing with the scales a little bit, trying to see, like, what is of equal value? What is of equal exchange? What was I about to say? Okay, either way though, I kind of feel like, you know, for career, like this message for a lot of you guys when it comes to work, or just a certain status that you're trying to reach career wise, be really smart about what you bring to the table and how much you're gonna do, right? Because I kind of feel like this girl is all the effort that put people in. Sorry, all the effort that people put in, but this might be like what they get paid in return. So obviously you want it to be equal work for equal pay, but for some people, look, they putting in that much work, but like, you know, what they're getting compensated is like too low. So just be mindful of that for anybody with y'all career moves. Of course, if you're in a situation like a job where it's like a fixed you know, income or something like that, and even at the end of the year, if you get a promotion, well, it's February, so I can't really talk about the end of the year, but you know, if you were up for a promotion or something like that, but it's like a very fixed amount, this card can apply to other stuff that you're doing that's gonna help you to reach those like big picture goals for your whole life. So just be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? Know what you bring to the table, and be aware of how much work you're putting in and what you get out of it. This don't only have to be monetary compensation. This can be like delegating responsibilities to other people so that there's less on your plate, so that you can use your time more efficiently. So just, you know, whatever way that message applies, just rock out with that. So we breezing through this reading today. Let me see if y'all have anything to say. Hold on. Yes, that has happened. Oh, Brittany, what happened? And then we only know stress. Out of the blue, my mom asked me about stress today. Last I listened, you said it's okay to have outlets and different people to express yourself to. Oh, that must have been the Moon and Gemini talk. Because I think I was talking about, you know, I think that was the Moon and Gemini video that I have posted on my page, where sometimes we like dump on people and we kind of just assume that because that's what we're going through and we want this person to hear us out about it, we just kind of like try to force that conversational compatibility, but it's not there. So, you know, if you're feeling stressed about something and this person is not really able to be an outlet for you, then go seek out maybe a friend. Some people talk to their plants, some people talk to their animals. Seek out somebody else who will listen to you and hear you out, so that you're not just forcing some sort of compatibility that was never supposed to be there in the beginning. Thank you, Lisbeth. So what do you do when you put in too much work but getting low pay? So don't too. Be letting her resulting in hesitation when reaching for help. Oh wait, hold on. Your phone cut off. So what do you do when you put in too much work but getting little pay? All right. So back to the 10th house for I know your last name is Ellis, but I forgot your first name. Okay, so if you're putting in too much work and you're not getting in enough pay, like sometimes you do have to endure that for a while. So I want you to watch the playback, because this third house is really kind of resonating for you. I'm just putting JL. So this is about you still being like a student or some sort of like apprentice, where you have all the potential and the creative ideas, but it's not going to be compensated the way you want it to, because you're just not really able to like express yourself the way like the expert would. So if that's the case for you, you kind of just have to endure it. But this is a big picture thing. So remember, when it's the 10th house, this is all about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be right now. It don't have to be this week. Like, it's really unrealistic to think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could pull cards, like, for the week and have a great idea of where we're going to be, like, 10, 15, 20 years from now. If that is the case, just be aware. Like, okay, this card is also about being charitable, right? This card is also about being of service to people. So if you know the amount of work that you do over time, right, it makes you more and more and more and more and more valuable to the team that you're working with. Keep a mental note. Like, I remember when I was in the Navy, funny enough, they always told us to, like, keep a rap sheet or a brag sheet or whatever the hell it's called. Like, literally keep a note. Actually, this is something that my friend Cece, when she was a manager, she used to tell people this all the time. Always keep a file, right, of all the work that you're doing and how your skill set is increasing over time and adding more value to your workplace. Even if you're not compensated there for it, you need to be able to verbally explain it when you're ready to move on from that job to the next hiring manager, what you've been doing, not necessarily telling them how much you were underpaid by, but you need to be able to be like, I'm worth this because look at all the shit I bring to the table. So even if you cannot do anything about it right now, you still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can keep a record of everything you do and how much you work, so that when you are ready to move on, like, there's nothing to think about. You already know that you're worth it. You've already proved it. You know that when it's the right time to move on to, like, a different job or something like that, you're worth it. So it's not going to be like you're going to constantly have to be this girl where you putting in this work and getting this much money. Like, maybe you could be putting in, this much work and getting that much money. That's what managers be doing sometimes anyway. So there's always another way to, like, spin it and, like, take that message. But that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation where you can't really change your money right now. This deck is hold on, let me see something. Write a letter, email, text, but don't send it. Denisha, what you talking about? Oh, do your job. Do your job or your job only. Okay, yeah, that's another message for you. And then the card's cute. What deck is that? I got this deck from, her name is Art Goddess Drea. Her name is, okay, actually I have the box right here. The Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas, first edition. That's this deck. This is my first tarot deck ever. All right, so do anybody got any more questions for the 10th house? Because if not, we're gonna move on to the 11th house. So the 11th house, this is about your social network, right? Friendships and everything like that. Funny enough, the 10 of Pentacles is like the card of ultimate success. So this girl is here again with her damn red dress. She comes up a lot in this reading. So she done found her way, the path to success, literally. She got the house, she got the rainbow, the pot at the end of the rainbow or whatever. And then I want to say it's a man, but, like, the butt is mad big, so maybe she's in a same-sex relationship. But either way, she found her partner, she found her person, she done got her money straight, and now she's, like, on her way to the big house. And the rainbow is kind of just like the full spectrum of just how far her success really goes. So this is about being very smart about working your network, right? Reaching out to people who bring value that can, like, keep you on the right path to success. Back to these two cards, because I feel like this message is coming through so strong today. So this girl, desperate, came blind, don't know how she got here, don't know how she gonna get out. This card is about trusting the right leadership and guidance to get you out of these fucked up situations. But when you trust it, right, and you know what you bring to the table now, and you know how to maybe delegate some responsibilities, or tell people, you know what, I'm actually doing way more work than you may see on your end, so I know I'm worth this much. Doing all of that, and then boom, finally, because you're able to trust the right people, you're able to speak up. The butt is not big, right? You're able to trust mad people. You're able to speak up for yourself. You're able to you know, find the right people who are gonna be as committed to this path to success as you. Now look, y'all are in unison walking toward all of that, and this is because you put your trust in the right people, who in turn will also put their trust in more of the right people to keep you moving forward. So I like this message for y'all 11th house this week, especially because last week the message was saying y'all have a king of swords all up in your shit, making you feel like really insecure about yourself. So this is a major upgrade. Can I pull a card for you? No, I can't. I'm not doing any cards I'm not doing like a one-on-one thing right now. This is a collective 12 house reading for everybody who's in here. So if the message resonates, it resonates. But if you want a one-on-one, you could book me. The scheduling link is in my bio. The writing is for the people that need someone to talk to but don't have anyone. Oh, okay. So Denisha, so this was your response to when I started my little tangent about the Moon and Gemini video that was up on the page. You missed the first 9. Don't worry, I'm going to save it, Rodarte. I'm going to save it so that you can watch it. And I'm trying to keep it short so that you don't got to spend like a whole hour going through the whole reading. All right, intuitive goddess. Yeah, sorry about that, but, you know, I'm going to save this video so you can always, like, watch it. And if it resonates, it resonates. And if it don't, you know, the message just ain't for you. All right, so like I said in the beginning, we're going to do 3 different cards today for the 12th house. So one is just a 12th house message. The other one is a dream interpretation. And the last one for the 12th house is going to be a past life interpretation. And then I'm actually going to read the shadow card today, y'all. So whatever shadow work you need to get done, stay tuned because I'm going to talk about that too. All right. So the message for the 12th house is the 2 of Pentacles. So a lot of people, right, when I read the 12th house, I like to read for like things that are coming to an end, right? Permanent endings. So a lot of y'all are no longer needing to like, y'all are not struggling with learning how to balance out your priorities. A lot of y'all may be planning shit out way better and committing to literally everything that you done planned out. There's not going to be any more like, oh, I'm too tired, or oh shit, I forgot. It's going to be like, no, I said I was going to do it. I'm committed to getting it done, so I'm going to get it done. So yeah, I feel like the balancing act is going to be done for a lot of y'all. But I love how this girl, again, the red dress girl is here. Because the first card and the 7th house. All right, we're going to backtrack a little bit. So the first house, this was the 6 of Swords telling you that you gaining more confidence and you moving on from a dangerous situation. The 7th house was saying that, like, you know, you kind of feel like you're in the dark, but like your intuition is what keeps you lit up on the inside and keeps you like going, even though you don't have everything figured out. So now this one, like what's coming to an end, right, in the 12th house in the subconscious mind is like you're not struggling to like pick a side no more. Like you know exactly what you stand for. I love how she's kind of standing on rocks, but like the water represents your emotional state or your intuition. I also feel like because the water is surrounded by greenery, right? We have the water element plus the earth element. She's trying to find a solid ground to stand on, and she's like, okay, what do? Do I go for the emotions, or do I go for like the solid foundation and stick to the plan? So I kind of feel like her ability to be overwhelmed by her emotions is coming to an end, because you know she found someplace solid to plant her feet. So all this back and forth is coming to an end. Hey, Ho Healer. How are you today? All right, so like I said, for the 12th house, we're doing 3 extra messages, right? So the dream interpretation is for anybody who's been dreaming that they've been falling out the sky or off of something. Sometimes I have dreams about me falling, but I haven't had it in a minute. So I know this ain't for me. It's for somebody out there. So we got the Hangman here. I kind of feel like this kind of also resonates with what I just said about the 2 of Pentacles, because you kind of feeling suspended in air, or like you're falling, right? You lost your footing, you lost your grounding, and now you just kind of like suspended in space, but you don't know where you're about to land at. You don't know if you're going to land on a cloud. You don't know if you're going to land in the ocean. You don't know if you're going to land in a ditch. You don't know nothing. You just know you falling. So I kind of feel like the dream interpretation message for anybody who needs it is that like you have to understand that when you just falling out the sky like that in your dream, it's because you don't have a solid standing in your real life, and you may be too passive and just letting like life happen all around you. The Hangman, I think, is also strongly associated with the Neptune card, which could represent brain fog too. So I know I was talking about this the other day with somebody, like how they feel like when they were going through like a really traumatizing, like depressed time, they were dealing with a lot of brain fog. So I kind of feel like this Hangman card, for anybody who's dreaming about falling out the sky, is really about finding your grounding even after something has kind of like taken over your mind and made it so that you can only think about that, so much so that you don't know how to like focus anymore. You don't know how to like stay committed to you know what I'm saying, like solid things that help you keep your footing in life. And then hold on, y'all, the last message is for past life interpretations. So if I don't know what it could be, but y'all got the World card for the past life interpretation, which I kind of feel like it's like, you know, maybe people are thinking about who was I in another lifetime. Because it's the World, literally I feel like it's talking about, okay, yeah, you were on planet Earth, so this ain't for the people who be like, you know, in different galaxies or, you know, dealing with aliens or like on other planets and stuff like that. I kind of feel like it's people who dream that in a past life they were way more successful than they are today. And so it's kind of just like, how do I get back to that level of success? I know I had it. I had every single thing that I ever could have wanted in life. How do I get it back? Funny enough, right, in this deck, the girl, she's painting, her third eye is open, and then we have the sun and the moon and a lot of flowers, and also like the fixed elements are here. So how are you going to get back to that success that you know you had in your past life? Obviously, keep that third eye open. Trust your creative talents, and also stay based in reality. Because sometimes people kind of get addicted to, like, you know, just thinking about everything that they used to have. And so you have to stay present. So, and also the thing about the fixed elements that are there, you have to also understand that, like, you know, bring your A game when it comes to using your resources, right? Because that's Taurus. Bring your A game when it comes to using other people's resources, because that's Scorpio. Bring your A game when it comes to using what's the other one? Your heart, right? The love you have for yourself, your craft, and the people around you, and the people who you're going to be connecting with. That's Leo. And then also bring your A game when it comes to sharing your gift, which is Aquarius. So I think that's how you could bridge the gap between who you used to be and who you're trying to become, if you're trying to reach the same level of success or something like that in this lifetime. The shadow card is the Two of Cups, which is so funny because this card keeps coming up a lot. Every time I use this deck, we see the Two of Cups a lot. But shadow work that a lot of y'all need to do revolves around divine connections, feeling aligned, feeling like any romantic partnerships that you are part of are fulfilling a bigger purpose in your life. So yeah, just take the energy of the sun, which is all about action, you know, logic, good reasoning, and also making things grow. And then also the energy of the moon, which is more fluid. It moves a little bit faster. You know, it's not as, like, the logical side is like more slow paced, but the moon side, it moves a little bit quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more like emotions based. And then also too, what was I about to say? Regardless, you know, you just got to make sure that these two are connected. The shadow work that a lot of y'all have to do is know that when you get involved with someone else romantically, you have to be very aware and intentional of how this romantic union is divine alignment and how it's here to propel you on your journey, right? Of fulfilling your purpose in this lifetime. So yeah, shout out to Aquarius. So I'm just read any questions y'all may have, and then we could end it here. But y'all are so cool. Thank you for joining today. If you missed it, this live is going to be saved, so feel free to watch it right after it ends. And nobody has no questions, so all right, y'all, I hope y'all have a good night. Enjoy this full moon and enjoy y'all weekend.